A year ago, thousands of lives were changed in a single afternoon when that EF3 tornado touched down in the Little Rock metro and other areas, blowing through wind. As efforts to rebuild continue, we're looking back at how far we've come.
It's moving over right now.
March 31st, 2023.
But here we're going to follow it. Certainly looks like a tornado. Oh my goodness.
For the first time in over 20 years, an EF3 tornado tore through the Little Rock metro.
A freight train, I mean, it was so loud, just came through, floor was vibrating.
When everything went silence and we came out and we saw everything, I was like, I'm just glad I could keep them safe.
With the storm traveling towards the metro area, the National Weather Service issued a tornado emergency.
In that moment where you see the tornado, you know it's headed into a densely populated area. My thoughts are people are going to die. It just looks like an impossible situation.
In just one afternoon, 2 EF3 tornadoes with winds up to 165 miles per hour would leave a path of destruction.
Over. My goodness, folks. Please be in your safe place.
According to the National Weather Service, there were at least 2,700 structures damaged and 60,000 power outages. More than 50 people were injured and admitted to hospitals. At least 4 people died in Wynne and 1 in North Little Rock.
You know, when you're inside those 4 walls and you're, seeing it happen on radar, it's one thing, but then when you go out in the community and see what that did, it's very sobering.
But just as soon as the clouds had cleared, Arkansans came out to help.
Never met anybody over there. I mean, look at these people. Half of the people out there, they're not from this neighborhood. They are here because that's what, as good people, they know what they need to do.
And Arkansans are tough and we are resilient.
Their work opening roads, parks, and neighborhoods. Now, a year later, while rebuilding efforts still continue, North Little Rock's mayor can reflect on the progress made from a newly reopened Burns Park.
Think back, March 31st, what did you hear at 5 o'clock? Everybody's kind of said chainsaws. Chainsaws were going off everywhere. People were out helping other people from all parts of the neighborhood, from even other cities.
And cleanup efforts didn't stop there. Little Rock's mayor is still pushing to build back.
We have residents that are still negotiating with insurance companies and still trying to make decisions on whether or not to move back, whether or not to rebuild.
That long road to recovery continues in neighborhoods where foundations line now half-empty streets.
Post-tornado stress disorder is a real thing. Never thought of that until it happened.
And as we go through this spring, staying weather aware is as important now as ever, with so many ways to stay ahead of the storm.
At the end of the day, though, when I think back about March 31st, I think about how National Weather Service warnings, broadcast media coverage, emergency management, having the resources and preparing mutual aid, getting people in as fast as possible after the storms rolled through. That holistic, that team effort, I think, saved a lot of lives.
As communities not only come together, but continue to build back stronger.
We're going to cry when we need to cry, but then we're going to laugh and we're going to say, okay, we're good, we're okay. We're going to come out of this and we're going to do it together.
Disasters like this bring out the very best in people, and I've never seen Little Rock so united.
And as we mark this anniversary, we invite you to join us for a 30-minute special tomorrow night at 6:30 as we take a deeper look back to that devastating day that changed the lives of so many Arkansans. Again, that's tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m.